Hi everybody, and welcome to take 5 of episode number 2. My name is Tess. This is my video blog podcast, and it's That Tess Girl, and we're gonna do knit chat. So welcome to knit chat, and we're just gonna chat it up. Okay, so yes, this is take 5. I've tried a few times to record, and for some reason various things keep happening. So the last time was just a loud bang outside of my window, so I had to go to investigate that, and hopefully now we're ready to move forward and keep going. So hi and welcome. If you watched the first video, thank you so much. I know the video quality was bad. I'm hoping that I've made a few changes, and I'm hoping that that makes it better. You come back for more. So if you watched that and you came back, thank you so much. If you're new and you're just checking me out, thank you for checking me out. I'm hoping that this is a good schedule. I figured every 2 weeks is what my goal is, and I'm striving for that. I'm striving for a 2-week release. I'm kind of a slow knitter, slow crafter, so I don't feel that I have enough to contribute on a weekly basis, but bi-weekly seems to do better. Plus, I tend to knit all over the place. So I'm one of those types of knitters who has many projects on my needles at any one time, and I will knit based on my mood. So whatever mood I'm in kind of dictates what I work on. So, you know, I may have a little bit here and a little bit there, and so really what I plan to talk about is only the things that I've actively worked on. Not things that are on the needles that are not being worked on. So yeah, let's see how that goes. So yeah, you can find me on Instagram and on Ravelry as That Tess Girl. Those are my main 2 places to be, and I like to talk about knitting, and I like to look at knitting and other crafts, spinning. I'm a new spinner, so I enjoy looking at all of the hand spun yarn that everybody has, and the fiber. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. So, how's everybody doing? Today is Wednesday, April 29th. We're halfway through the week, and I'm glad. It makes me very happy. And the second half of the week is going to be really busy, personal wise. We have family coming into town. I've got an itch above my eyes right there. Okay, sorry. We have family coming into town, and then we have a birthday party, and we have a festival that we're going to this weekend, and I'm really excited about that too. So it's going to be very busy. And then my daughter, who does Girl Scouts, she has to do something courageous this week, and so she told her troop last night that her courageous act was going to be helping me in the kitchen. She's going to help me cook dinner in the kitchen. So I told her that her courageous act for that would be she had to plan the meal, make the shopping list. We had to go buy the ingredients, and then I would help her cook dinner for the family one night, and that's her courageous act. So we'll be doing that this week as well. So lot of things going on, but I'm excited. I'll report back on what she decides our dinner is going to be, because with her, who knows. But I'm gonna make it worthwhile. It can't be, you know, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It needs to be a little more involved, I think, to be courageous. It's gonna be fun. It'll be fun. I'll help her, and she'll get through it, and it'll be great. So, all right. Well, that's enough general chatting right there. So let's get into some faux chat. because I have some faux. It's so exciting. I love having finished objects. I love it, especially when they're awesome. Because aren't they all awesome though? Really, they all are awesome. Socks. I have socks. I have finished socks, 2 pairs of finished socks. Not 2 pairs. 2 socks. I have a pair. I don't have, trust me, I haven't knit 2 socks. 2 pair of socks. No. I do have other socks on the needles. We can talk about that in a little bit. But right now, faux is the Megan Williams OMG heel socks that I was working on last time. And I'm done. I've been wearing these all the time, non-stop, since they come off the needle. I've really enjoyed wearing them. They're good. I actually like that they're cuff length, that they're short. This time of, I can't stop itching. I am so sorry, guys. This time of year, this is just a really good size. And so I need more like this for this time of year, where I don't need a sock going up my leg because it's not that cold, but my feet still get cold. So I need something just to cover my feet, and this is perfect. I'm so excited. They're great. I love them. So this was knit using Regia sock yarn in their iceberg colorway, and these are matchy-matchy. I'm sorry, guys. I think I lost sound. Somehow I lost sound. So I think I'm back. I hope I don't have to start recording this again. I'm gonna keep going and hope for the best because I don't know what just happened there. So, okay. I think I'm back. I think we're good. So yes, these are matchy-matchy for my daughter's leg warmers that I knit for her using the same iceberg colors, and I had enough left over to make me some socks. So we're matchy-matchy, and so I have the feet and she has the legs. It's exciting, and we have a whole sock. When you put my feet with her legs, I'm excited about them. They're great. I did toe up, because that really is my favorite way of knitting a sock, is toe up, because I like to get the most use out of the yarn as I can. And doing toe up seems to be the way to do that, because I don't want to knit down and then have to guess at how much yarn. I don't like to do that. So I tend to do all my socks toe up, except for my husband's. I've knit his cuff down, but for me, toe up. His next pair will be toe up too. Because like I said, I've learned that I just like that better. So yeah, so toe up using Judy's Magic Cast On. Size 1, and I use Magic Loop. I'm not a double point person. I just don't like DPNs. And then, yeah, so then I knit up, and then just a plain vanilla sock, and then I used the Megan Williams OMG heels. Yeah, Megan Williams. And this is a very, very well written pattern. It's got a lot of size in it, a lot of different sizes, so that you can get a good fit for your foot. And even if I did, and it was totally my fault, I had to re-knit the sock like a few times to get it right. But I finally got it right, and it's a good fit. It works out really well. I wasn't really sure when I was working on it that it was going to fit that well. I wasn't sure how it was going to fit. That may be the best way to say. But it actually does fit well. It does really good. I like it, and I'm not opposed to knitting it again. It was a good fun knit. I do find I'm picking fuzzies off the socks because I've worn them. But I do find that I like the Fish Lips Kiss Heel sock that tends to be still my favorite heel. But I do like this heel, Megan Williams heel. So it's great fun. So yeah, there we go. And then, like I said, I did a 2x2 rib cuff, Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off, and I've been wearing them ever since, and they have worked out so great. It's been really cool. So with those, I have one more faux, and this was kind of a surprise faux. So it's not something that I was working on last time I recorded. It kind of popped up at the last minute. Ta-da! Isn't she cute? Her name is Bunnyrella. Isn't she so cute? So she's adorable. I took my daughter to my local yarn store's knit night the week I recorded the first episode. And one of the ladies there was so kind and generous that when my daughter fell in love with this yarn, she bought it for her. And so we came home and we looked at different patterns to make. And she picked out the pattern that she wanted. We decided that we wanted to make the Bunny Blanket Buddy. And this is a free knitting pattern, as you can see, from Lion Brand Yarn. And it uses bulky weight yarn. And it calls for a size 10.5 needle, but I used a size 10 on Bunnyrella. And it's just so cute. So the way you're supposed to knit it is with this pocket for the head. And then you fill the pocket with like polyfill or something. But I didn't do that. We just closed it off and kept it as a blanket. And so she sleeps with it. I have to say, I don't blame her. It's nice. It really is soft. The yarn is Universal Yarn. I'm reading Universal Yarn Bella Chanel, and it took a little less than a skein, so it took probably about 100 yards, and it's pretty generous for a bulky weight. It's got about 130 yards on it, on the skein, and this took about 100 of that. So we still have a small ball of this yarn left, but it's really cute. It is really cute, and she sleeps with it every night. So that's awesome. So those are my faux for this week. Now, did I say that I used size 10 needles? I used size 10. Oh, and the colorway for this yarn is called Candy Store. It's really cute. It's pink, but it's got a dark pink and a light blue that kind of pops out of it. It is really cute. I have to say, it is cute. She did a good job picking it out, and she helped me knit it. She sat with me while I knitted, and she said, "Knit faster, Mommy. Knit faster." That was helping. And occasionally she would hold the yarn, and she would hug it. While I was knitting, she'd hug it. But she helped. She kept me company, which was nice. That was great. It was really, like I said, that was a really fast knit too. It took me, I started it, I worked on it for a couple of hours, and then a couple of hours the next night, I was done. So it's really fast, it's really quick to knit. Like I said, bulky weight knits up pretty quick too, so it was pretty fast, a pretty quick knit. So, now, are we ready for knit chat? That moves us right into some knit chat. Some knit chatting. And I am still working on my Kayaka socks, part 1. Last episode, I talked about the socks and how I was getting laddering on the socks and how I wasn't sure really what I was going to do with that. Here are my socks. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know if you can still see where I was getting the laddering. Yeah, you can still see right here where I was getting that initial laddering. But you can see up here where I've been knitting how I've been able to tighten it up, and the laddering is not really as obvious anymore on either one of the socks. I mean, I can still see it. You probably can too. I don't think that it, by any stretch of the imagination, it just went away. Wouldn't that have been awesome? Try to block some of the light. So you can see it's not going to focus on it too good. But I was able to tighten up and figure out a good way. Actually, what I had to do is figure out how to hold the needle when just starting the starting pattern round. Because these, I really think if I was using a different needle with a different cable than the Chai Goose, that it wouldn't be quite so bad. I hate to admit this, but this is my only 40-inch size 1 needle. It is my Chai Goose. I'm the only 40-inch, and since I'm doing these 2 at a time, I really need the 40-inch. But what I think is happening is the cable is kind of pulling down, as you can kind of see here. The cable is pulling the back part of the sock down and away. Can you see this? It's separating it. There's too much weight, and it's pulling those back stitches away from the front stitches. And so what I'm having to do is readjust the position of the sock and the needle every time I start the round and pull them back together again and hold them in that position as I knit. And that's been helping a lot with this. And I have to make sure that my needles are stretched out, because the other part is that with the patterning on the front, it's pulling the front stitches together in the front, so it's closing them and making them closer, whereas the back, the foot, is just the stockinette, and so those are staying spread out on the needle. And so those two things combined, I think, is was causing the laddering. And so I've had to really start paying a lot closer attention when I'm knitting these guys. And so I tend to only knit on them a little bit. I love knitting with the Chai Goose, but I really think I'm going to need to go buy me a set of needles with a different cable and try them and see if they do any better, because this guy, my yarn just got tangled up. I think it's just the combination of that. It's kind of, I like it. I really do like it. It feels really good. Let me hold it up so you can see it. Can you guys see that? It's really cool. And it's sturdy, so it's not flimsy. But I also think that sturdiness is what's causing that roll on the back of the sock. And I have to keep fixing it. But other than that, I love these. Oh, they make me happy. Every time I look at these, can you see it really good? No, it won't focus really good. Try to get a focus. I love them. So the pattern is so super cute. There it goes. Ah, there it goes. The pattern is so cute on these socks. And that the repeats are so awesome, and I love the color. The color makes me happy. So again, I am using Regia sock yarn in the Mosaic colorway, and I love these colors. They are so happy. They make me so happy. I have to tell you, I love the orange. Let me see if I can get that orange to focus. Just those little pops of orange on it. There it is. Can you see those oranges? that are just popping out. I love that. I love that orange. It's kind of a sherbet looking orange, you know? And it is just so cute. I love it. I do. They're so cute. So yeah, so as you can see, I'm knitting these 2 at a time to hoe up Judy's Magic Cast On. And these are my very first toe up socks. Take that back. Not my first toe up socks, as we've learned. I've knit toe up socks. I love toe up socks. They're my favorite. This is my first time knitting 2 at a time socks. And it's been a learning experience because, like I said, I'm trying to figure out that laddering stuff and figure out where I need to have the socks on the needles so that they're not in my way. The jury's still out. I don't know if I really like doing 2 at a time on the same needle. I may try on my next pair, which my husband wants me to knit him another pair of socks. I may try to do those in tandem. So knit them on separate socks, on separate needles, but at the same time. So knit up and then knit, you know, and try that. I'm itchy. I'm so sorry. I'm just so itchy. We'll try that. So we'll see how this goes. Everybody who does 2 at a time, everybody that I've taught to, let me take that back. I don't know if everybody, but everybody I've taught to, they love doing 2 at a time because they say the socks have the same tension. I'm just having issues with what to do and where to put what. But I do love the sock. I'm still doing part 1 of the clues, and this pair of socks, it's a mystery knit along, and I think all of the clues are now out for it, so it's no more mystery. You can go and download the full pattern now. This is a Knit Pearl Hunter knit along. Knit Pearl Hunter on Ravelry is not Michelle Williams, Michelle Hunter. And she does a lot of mystery knit alongs, and they're fun. I like doing them. So, but like I said, I think the actual last clue was released last week, so you can download the full pattern now and see it. But these have a really cool design. They're gonna have they use a Japanese short row heel, and then there's a neat top to it. So looking forward to finishing them up, but I'm a slow knitter. And I'm still on clue 1. But they're fun. And they're fun, and I just love looking at them. Like I said, I love these colors. It's just fun. It just kind of reminds me of carnivals and festivals and all kinds of just, you know, that kind of stuff when I look at these colors. I don't know. I like it a lot. So those guys. Again, I'm knitting these on size 1s. These are my Chai Goos. And I'm just going to keep working. I might, I need another 40-inch needle anyway. So, I mean, I need 2. I don't just need 1. So I'm going to get it. And I might just try to switch these over. So we'll see how that, and see if that makes any difference in the way the sock is rolling. I don't know if anyone else has that problem, or if it's me, or if it's just really not even a problem. We'll see. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. So, we'll just see. And this pattern is really cool because it does come written or charted. So she's really good. And if you go out to her website, knitpearlhunter.com, she has a lot of video tutorials. So that's really cool too. So if there's a new technique that you might not have heard about or know about, she has videos. So she's got a lot of video tutorials. And you can also itching again. Find them on Ravelry. I mean, not Ravelry, on YouTube. So check them out. It's good. It's good stuff. So last week I showed you the meadowlouse that I was working on, and I have made some progress on that. So I'm going to show you guys that. I believe last week when I showed you I was down here in the blue, and now I'm up here in some black and another black row, or more of a charcoaly gray looking really. I need a longer cable. I'm getting to the point where I'm outgrowing my cable on this guy. But look at these. I love the colors that this is striping up into. It looks great, and I am coming up on some really poppin' colors here. That's going to be awesome. Super duper fun for that. Can't wait to work on it again. That pattern is meadowlouse, and it's been really cool. It's been a lot of fun working on this one. It's very easy, and you've got these welts. That are coming along nicely. Can you see them? Yeah, you can kind of see those there. It's so fun. So far it's really cool to work on this pattern, and I was afraid that I wouldn't. I was afraid, my hair on my way, that I was going to mess up my stitches working on this, and so far I have not, because you are increasing on purl rows and sometimes I forget. So I was afraid that I was gonna mess up my stitches, and so far I've not done that. It's coming along really good, and if you guys think that I'm not giving you enough information, please let me know. Leave a comment, post something. I don't have a group on Ravelry. I'm not sure. I was kind of didn't want to start a group on Ravelry if I wasn't going to be able to maintain a consistent schedule. So we'll see how consistent my schedule is. But leave a comment. Let me know. Send me a message. You can PM me on Ravelry. But yeah, so I think this looks great. I can't help myself. Every time I look at this on here, I think of Star Trek. Just from the triangle. It makes me think of Star Trek, and I like that. Again, so this pattern, and I don't have a color copy of this pattern, but it is by Stephen West, and it is in the Knitty Winter 2012 issue. And it's the meadowlouse shawl. METALOUSE shawl. And so far it really has been a fun knit. It's easy and it's fun. And I am knitting this in Noro's Silk Garden Sock, which is a smaller skein than the pattern calls for. The pattern actually calls for let me get that page out. I've lost it. Two skein. I've lost the pattern notes. Ah, there it is. Okay, it was right in front of me. Sorry. It calls for the Noro Shiriato, 2 skeins of it, which is closer to 400 yards. But I've seen many of the patterns on Ravelry that has made it out of this skein, out of this one, and this one has 300 and something yards in it. So I like that. So that's what I'm knitting it out of with. And then I have my contrasting color that I'm going to use, and it's a purple. see if I can get... It's more purpley than that. It's a much more deeper purple than that. Let me see if it'll show up better here. Not really, but it's a much more deeper purple. And I think it's gonna look super delicious. Still trying to get that color. Nah, it ain't showing it. Anyway, it's more purple. And that's my contrast. And I figure if I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna knit this out. And when I run out, I'm gonna finish off in the sky. And I'll be happy with it. I'm hoping it works. Like I said, I checked other people's projects and they had knit it out of this. So I'm good. I think I'm good. I don't think there's going to be any problems, but I will keep you posted on how that goes. And it's knitting up really good. Again, I love it. I would show you guys my project bags, but they're mine. I knit them. I mean, I sewed them. These are mine. I sewed them up. I didn't buy them from anyone. They were my own design. And maybe I'll talk about that one day when I have a sewing episode, which probably I'll have one coming up pretty soon because there's several things that I want to sew. So one other thing, knitting, that I have that I'm going to talk about, that I'm going to chat with you about, I should say. Let me get my pattern over here. I have joined in with the Innocent Knit Girls on their Baby Cocktails Knit Along. I got kind of excited about that, and so I downloaded the Irish Coffee pattern. I really love that ribbing, that top ribbing. I just love it. And then it runs into this cable that runs up and down the back of the sweater, and it's kind of a tunic style. And I love it. And I talked about it last week, trying to decide what I was going to do with it. And this is how far along I've gotten. And I'm knitting it out of the current colorway that I had last week, which is Patton's Wool. Because, gosh, I can't even remember how long ago it was when I found it on sale and I bought it. I bought it up. And so I am at the part where I'm doing the increases every 4 rows. I'm about to start that here on the top and then separate for the sleeves. And this has been really cool fun to knit with too. And it goes really quickly. It's just, you know, I've just been dividing my time between basically these 3 projects. But in 2 weeks, that's where I'm at with this guy. And it's pretty close to the right color. It's really awesome. It's kind of my husband asked me if I was knitting a pumpkin. I guess to him from like the back, it kind of did look pumpkin-y. And I was like, no, I'm not knitting a pumpkin. I'm knitting a sweater for me. But that did crack me up. So I am knitting this and it's really cute. So far I'm really enjoying it, and I think I'm really going to dig the top part. I'm afraid, I don't know. I can't really envision it yet. It needs to get bigger, I think. But I'm also going to need to get, I think, another cable. A bigger cable. I am not doing too well with my cables. I'm running out of the size cables that I need to do what I want to do with. So seems like I never have the needle that I need, or the cable that I need. But this was good to start with, but now that it's getting to the point to where I want it to stretch out, it's not there. But yeah, so here's my progress. I will get cables. My cable woes. Oh, cables. I definitely need to go get cables though. Okay. So yes, anyway, I'm knitting these on my Dreams, my Knitter's Pride Dreams, and it's a size 8. Interchangeables, because I need different cable, as you can tell. I'm knitting this in the Patton's wool, and you know, it's knitting up. It's not too scratchy, but I would not wear this next to the skin. I would definitely wear this with a t-shirt underneath it. So I think it's going to be just fine. I think it's going to be great. So we're getting there. Yay! Getting there. And so that is, like I said, Irish Coffee by Baby Cocktails. On Ravelry, and her actual name is Thea Coleman, but she's on Ravelry as Baby Cocktails, and that's what her patterns are under. And she has a lot of really cool patterns out there, guys. Seriously, you should check them out. They're neat. They're so neat. It was hard to decide which one I wanted to do, and then I just really loved the ribbing that went into the cable on this guy, so that's why I chose that one. So it is cool. I don't have I don't have spinning. I don't have a lot of sewing, not really, to talk about, but I am going to show you my sew chat woe, my woe chat, my sew woe chat. So this is my first attempt at doing a Japanese knot bag. As you can tell by this ugliness up here, it didn't go well. I'm going to try to save it. But what I realized is when I sewed this guy right here, which is the part of the bag that this guy's supposed to go through to make the knot, I could not get this over my sewing machine. And I might be going into this stuff too much. Just too fast of a break in there. You guys let me know if I need to slow down. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this thing. If I'm going to try to save it. Because I think if I rip out some of this and try again, I might be able to get it over my sewing machine around it so that I can sew this part. I just don't know. It makes me so sad because it was going to be, excuse me again, a reversible bag, and I just don't know. I'm getting too far ahead of myself here. I don't know. We'll see. But 2 patterns that I did buy. They are, one is a Simplicity, It's So Easy pattern, which is the bag pattern. I wanted to do some individual bags. I like these big ones that are in the back. And so I'm going to try this guy. And then I also got for me, this pattern, which is a New Look pattern. It's kind of like a pillowcase shirt for an adult. And so I'm going to try to make me one of these. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. My shirt's rolling on itself. My collar. I'll fix it. So hopefully in the next episode I will have some progress on sewing to report to you guys. I'm going to try to keep this down now. I am getting close to 40 minutes. Time goes by so fast. So I am going to go ahead and cut myself off so I don't keep rambling on and on and on. And tell you guys to have a great week, a great couple of weeks until I see you again. And hopefully when I see you again, I'll have some more finished objects, some more sewing, some more knitting and maybe a little bit of spinning. We'll see. But until then, you guys just keep knitting and keep chatting. I'll talk to you. Bye.